Right. Hi. Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Hi,
Oh,
everyone.
I hope you guys are all doing great today. Ann and I are back for two new lives. Yes, two. And Ann is feeling much better.
I'd say I'm about 80%.
Yeah,
You can
compared to
kind of
what you
tell I'm not
were.
perfect yet, but
Yeah, compared to what you were when you first got sick. Yeah, I would
yeah, it was
say.
14
Yeah,
days.
yeah. That's a long time to be sick. Although I
Actually,
can relate. But anyways, so we are here, and today I'm going to be using buttons and ribbons from Gwen Studios. So they are going to be our sponsor for today. And let's see what else. Make sure that you come with Ann's live because that's when we're going to announce two winners from last week. Okay,
yeah,
so don't forget
two.
about that. But yeah, two. Very cool. So for today, as I said, we're using Gwen Studios. So you need to like, comment, and share my video here and Anne's video when she does her live at noon
Pacific.
Pacific time. 2
2
her
o'clock
time.
Central.
Yeah, it's too
It's
early.
noon right now, my time. So,
Yeah, it's
and disclaimer, I will not be using Gwen Studios for my project. I am using real leather.
right.
So,
But I'm doing Gwen Studios. So yeah.
yep,
So you guys are going to get a variety today. How about that? That's
yep.
pretty cool. So yes, if you're watching on YouTube, no worries. Just put in same thing hashtag Bella Crafts, and then what I do for our YouTube viewers is I pull your names from there and put them in the randomizer, you know, manually, so everybody has a chance to win. And we always keep it open from the day that we start on Wednesday to the following Tuesday at midnight Central Time. Okay. So you have almost a whole week to put in, to share and comment and all of that cool stuff. So you can be in on the giveaway. We love giveaways. Giveaways are some of our favorites. Love, love,
They
love.
are.
I
They are.
know,
It
right?
is so fun. Hi, Becca.
I know. Hi, Becca. Do you have anything to add for this one?
Hi,
Hi,
Isabel.
Isabel.
Um, I'm feeling about 80% Rebecca.
Yeah.
So, and Lisa is doctoring for other reasons.
It's yeah. You know how that goes. So, yeah, I'm dealing with my hands. The worst part about all of this is that I haven't been able to do my nails, and that just drives me insane. No, that's
It's
not
been
the
a
worst
long
part.
time.
It has been a long time, but
I'm used to seeing you without them now, and your nails are probably so much healthier.
they are. They are.
I mean,
They are. Oh my
they
gosh.
were pretty the other way, but
Yeah. Well, yeah, but you leave them on long enough and you start having issues. But
mhm.
yeah, it's too much to try to put them on and all of that right now until I get my hands fixed. Yesterday, I'll tell you guys a funny story. Yesterday, I was in Staples. Rich and I had to return something to Amazon. So I was in Staples and I told Rich, stay in the truck. I'm just going to run in and, drop this box off and whatever. So I had this box that I was returning. I dropped it twice while I was in
Oh,
there. I was so embarrassed. Oh, my face was beet red. I was so embarrassed. And the second time, I left it on the ground and I just moved it as the line. I went out and I told Richard, he's like, I told you to let me take it. And I was like,
see? He
oh,
knows.
I know. Oh, I was so embarrassed. I thought, okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm going home.
Yeah, we
But today
all.
I could laugh about it. Yesterday I was a tad bit upset, but today I could laugh about it. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to do a live.
Well, good. Hey,
What is that?
Sharon.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm looking at it. Hi, Sharon. I'm
Rebecca,
looking
I
at
hope
it now.
you're okay. You said we all have something going on, so I hope you're okay.
Oh, yes, Becca. What's going on? Let us know, honey. If we need to send prayers,
Always
that's so important for all of us. Pass
it
that,
is.
pass that good stuff on. All right, so let me grab my project. I mean, you guys have already seen it because it's been on Facebook, but this is
It's
what.
different when you see it though. So let me make you big.
So this is what we're making today. It is very quick, very easy project. Um, with buttons, and these are patches. Nope, those are buttons. These are patches, also from Gwen Studios, and then I use their ribbon. So just, a really cute, easy Valentine's Day project. I showed Rich and he went, oh, I was like, whatever.
I did do a button project too, and I'll show you guys when her live is over. I, however, didn't use a photo of us at all. It didn't even occur to me.
Well, because this frame has a big old heart hole in it.
And I didn't use a frame, but still.
Yeah, because that's why I did. I could have put the sentiment on the inside too. You don't have to use the photo, but whatever. But these frames are so inexpensive and they're so easy to just whip this stuff right up. So I think that is it. Yeah, I think that is it. Do you have anything to add, Anne?
While you're putting your camera down, I'll just answer a couple things. So,
okay.
Sharon, Gwen Studios, they're a fairly new company. I think they've been around for about 2 years. They started out with ribbon and patches. They're in Walmart and Michael's, and I think Hobby Lobby online. And now they just came out with buttons. So they're a fairly new company. The owner of the company, his mother worked in the industry forever. And
right.
It's been around for a couple of years. And then Becca, I hope, and we'll pray for you. Your gut, I'm sorry, you're still suffering, and picky eater. Yeah, it makes it harder to.
Okay, there we go.
Everything going just right, I guess.
Yeah, sorry about that. My camera shut off. I was like, what the heck? So I had to move cords.
Oh, and yes, antibiotics, as Isabel said, can affect your gut terribly.
Oh, yes. Don't ever do antibiotics, Becca, on an empty tummy.
Right. That's why you're supposed to eat something with it. But yeah, makes it.
Yes,
and that's hard too. Sometimes just a cracker helps.
Yeah. Becca, if you have tummy questions, you can always
Lisa is your girl.
You can send me a private message, girl, and I can, talk you through it maybe. Because I've done it a time or two with issues. All right, so there it is. I took the little peg off so I could lay it down flat. But yeah, there it is. So you can't see it there. Super, super cute and easy. All right, so let us.
Real quick before Lisa starts, I am not putting a link to Facebook for Gwen Studios because they don't have a lot of social media presence. So they do a blog hop every month. I'm going to put the link for the blog hop in there for you guys.
There you go. All right. So let me grab. Okay. Glue gun or glue press. Okay. Let me grab my materials here. So buttons, buttons, buttons. I have a bunch of really cool buttons. So this is excuse me, this is what I used. I had these were all in a box just like this, but I took it out and put it in a baggie because it's just easier for me to store. So I used the red and the white package, and then also put this over here. I also used these cute little patches. I haven't played with these in a while. So it was kind of fun, figuring out, what do I want to do with it, So I use those. And then also, this is the ribbon that I used to go with the project. And then, of course, I got this. Let me move this stuff back out of the way for now. And then I use some pattern papers, and the sentiment I actually did on my computer. I was trying to kind of alleviate pressing, with stamping and stuff. So I did it on my computer. It was a little bit easier for me for my hands right now. But that's going to be getting taken care of pretty soon, guys. So I'll be right back to normal. Okay, so those are what you're going to need to start the project. And then also this heart frame. Now I got this at Michael's. They're like $1 or $2. I'm not sure if you can get them at the dollar store or not. I haven't been in the dollar store in forever, but usually
they used to have stuff like that, but I haven't seen, they have cheaper frames now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen them. I mean, for me, every time I go into Michael's, I usually grab a couple of these because I love using these wood frames, especially if they have different designs in them. So what you're going to do to get started, and I've already started it for you, or, started it here. You're going to cover the whole frame with the pattern paper. Now, you're going to use a 12 by 12 sheet of pattern paper. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to cut it down. The frame is 8.5 by 6.5, right? So when I cut my paper, I did it at 9 3/4 and 8 1/4. Okay. And that was just because I wanted enough room, enough paper to go over the side and then on the back here like this, right? So it just makes it a cleaner look. And, you can, if you don't want to do that, you just want to do the front of the frame, you can totally do that. And then just add some ribbon or some pretty trim around the outside of the frame and you're good to go. Okay, so the other thing that I did not do ahead of time was to cut this, to cut the heart out, because I wanted to show you how I did it. Okay, so I'm going to grab my mat here. All right, because this, I wanted you to see how I did it because it is so much easier how I did it, and it's a lot cleaner. You get a lot cleaner look. So, and I like things to look nice. All right. So, what you're going to do to start, see, cover it all. I used my zip dry glue to adhere the pattern paper to my frame here. And then if I needed to, I added a little bit of glue gun, every little bit if I needed to. All right. Speaking of glue gun, I'm going to turn that on. Okay. So what you're going to do to cut this out, I started with just cutting like across like this. Okay. Just like that, just to get it open because I wanted it open. And then that way you don't have to mess with it being nasty. So then make this just a tad bit bigger, because then what we're going to do is we're going to go through. I want to make sure that I caught that and I got that good enough. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to cut in. I'm trying to do this straight. Okay, so I'm just going to cut from the center down. Okay, and I'm doing it, I'm cutting it like, I don't know, every 1/4 of an inch, something like that. It doesn't matter. The whole purpose of doing this is because you want to be able to pull this up and over So you'll have this inside of your frame also finished where your picture goes. So that's the reason why we're doing this. You can, if you want, again, you can just cut the whole heart out. That was definitely would be easier. If you just cut it out and then, maybe add some ribbon or something on the inside to cover up that wood. But if you're painting it or whatever, then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. So we're just going to do this. And then that way I can make sure that I can put these little pieces all over. And it really does make it really nice. It just gives it a nice finish. And I probably should have painted because it would have been easier for me with my hands right now. But, I have all this amazing paper and I like using my paper. All right, so we're going to cut that one. So we're just going to go around and then just cut all these little lines in there. Okay, so then you're going to end up with this, right? So from here, what you want to do is you pick your frame up and then start working this. You're going to work it up. Okay. And because that way, then you don't have to worry about your paper tearing as you put it on. I'm going to lift these up. Oh. Okay. All right. And then once we have them up, then what you're going to do is just go back in and trim them, right? Because you don't need all of this excess. This is just an easy way to cover up that area where your photo is going to go. So we're just going to trim these right off because we don't need them. We only need a little part of them. There we go. All right, we can get this all out of the way here. And then again, you're going to just start pulling these up just like that. And then once you have them up and you have it all glued in place, then you can go back around again if you want and trim it a little bit more. That's, that would be up to you. Okay, so this has two different lips on it. It's got the one that I'm covering and then also this other one right here. So when we go to glue this, you want to make sure that you leave enough of your paper to where you can go back in and kind of tuck it in like this. And then we're going to glue it down. So for me, it made it easier for me to do this first before I started gluing. So at least I had like a place to start. And it was just easier for me at the time to do it that way. So it doesn't take a whole lot of time to do it. And you just want to make sure that you get that one piece covered up because you want that covered up. All right, let me flip this around. Okay, so very, very easy. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to glue it down in place. So I'm going to glue it here around this edge. I hope. Now I just clean this out, so it's supposed to be behaving. Okay, so we're going to start there, and then we're going to pull this up. Now, I turn my heat, not my heat, my glue gun on. I didn't turn it on quick enough, so that's why I'm doing it with my zip dry. But I want it to go back in right now. I'm hoping that it's going to hurry up and heat up, because this is a great way to do it, but you've got to sit and hold these to make sure. So, using a glue gun, especially for this part, makes it a lot easier. But my glue gun is not quite ready. Let me give it a shot and see if it's ready to go. Nope. Okay. Let's try another one. You have one glue gun, then that one's out, then you use another. That's why I always keep like 2 or 3 glue guns on at a time. Okay, so you guys get the idea. And if it hurries up and turns on and the glue starts coming out, then I'll come back in and finish this out for you so you can see it. But you have the idea, right? So you're going to just pull those up and then glue that in, and then that's going to give you this nice edge that's going to be all around your frame. So it just gives it a much nicer finish, and I love the look of it. Okay, so we're just going to, for now, pretend like that's all done. And then what I did with my buttons, excuse me. Okay, so for my buttons, I'm going to pour those out. But before I do that, I want to add my papers here. Okay, so I cut another piece of pattern paper. This piece is 3 3/4 by 6. Okay, so it was a 6 by 6 sheet, and I cut it for 3 3/4, and then I left the length for the 6 inches. So you are going to have some extra off of your paper. So then what I did was, then I just went in and I thought, I don't want to waste that. I'm going to go ahead and cut that and add a little piece over here. So, and this is just about a 1/2 inch thick. And then again, it's 6 inches down. So now we are going to do this real quick. Having issues with my glue today, guys. All right. So we got that, and then
you're only having issues because you're live.
Of course, of course. We all know how that goes. We all know how that goes. But what takes you from a hobbyist to a if you want to call a professional crafter, then you don't let that get to you. You just move forward. If I got upset every time I made a boo-boo during a live, we would never get anything done, guys. Right? Because I'm always making boo-boos. But, we all do. I love to craft, so I found great ways to fix my boo-boos. All right, so we're going to add this other piece over here. Just like that, nice and pretty. And then you do want to get these down first, because you are going to, some of your buttons are going to overlap. So you want to make sure that you get this down first. Now, for the sentiment, what I did for the sentiment was I just went into a program that I have, and I designed this. And then for my project, I printed it out on a piece of photo paper. This is just regular old printer paper, and actually it looks just as nice. So I don't know why I felt the need to use the photo paper. Now, if you don't have a program like that, or you don't know how to use a program like that, what you can do then is stamp this up. Okay. I know that you guys, you must have some heart stamps or, something like that. And then just add it that way. Okay, so just to, make sure you get your sentiment on there and it's nice and it's just pretty. Okay, so we're going to glue this one on. Okay, and then we're going to put that right about there. Now, don't forget, I'm going to do a blog post on this. It will be up on Sunday. So you don't have to worry about measurements or anything because you can just get them all from there or rewatch. Okay, so now for our buttons. Let's see if this is ready yet. Not really. All right. I think it's because it's so cold in my room. My glue gun is having a hard time heating up. Okay, so then what we're going to do is our buttons. Now, what I did with these is before I glued anything down, I just went ahead and started adding my buttons like this so I could mess with them. I could see, do I want them this way? Do I want them that way? So however you want to do it. I like to be prepared. I don't like boo-boos, because I make them so much that I want to cut down on the boo-boos. So that's the reason why I lay stuff out ahead of time and then I go back and glue everything down. So that is exactly what I did with this. So what I could do is take my glue gun and add them with my glue gun. But I found that while I'm putting them down, if I use my zip dry, it gives me that wiggle room in case I don't get one on there completely straight. It is going to, it's going to take a little bit longer if you don't use if you don't use the glue gun, it's going to be a little bit longer because, you have to let the glue dry. But for me, I like doing it this way just for the simple fact that it's just easier. So if I put it down and I don't like where I put it, then I can just pull it back up. So I just took the red and white buttons and just added them all around my little frame here. And you can see how quickly this goes. See what I mean about moving things around? Because I may not like it like that. I may want to, okay, nope, I need to get a little bit closer to the edge or further to the edge. Okay. So you're just going to go and just add your buttons. There, that worked. All right, let me see if I can get this back done real quick. We'll see. Just so when I get it finished, it'll be pretty. I'm not going to do all of the cutting and all of that. But you see, as I'm doing this, I put my glue down and then I go back in with my finger so I can adhere it to this other lip that's on the frame. I can hear my baby whining at my door. She wants to come in. She's like, why are you not letting me in? All right. Lost a button already. Okay, so again, we're just going to. And, you want to take more time, guys. I'm just kind of rushing through. So want to take more time to make sure that you get it nice and pretty. And then as I said earlier, then what you can do is once you have them down like this, then if you don't want to deal with these extras and glue those down, just trim them right off. Okay, for now, I'm going to leave them. Okay, because this is all on there, so I'm just going to leave it. But you can see what I mean as far as, then you can just go back in and take your scissors and trim all that off, because we are going to cover this back. You don't want to leave it all ugly like that. Okay, so this is, all right. So now I'm just going to add a couple more of the buttons, because I don't need to add all of them. You guys can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so just go around and just glue them on there. Here you go. Now you can also, if you want to add a little bit more dimension, you can go back in with some smaller size buttons. Like this is a smaller one like this. This is a floral, a little flower button, but you can go back in and add another layer of the red and the white with the smaller buttons, and that will give your project more dimension. So if you wanted to do that, I say go for it, because it really is pretty when you do it that way. All right, so we're going to pretend now that all of my buttons are all the way around. So now we're going to finish this off. So for the ribbon, what I did was I cut, I believe it was 4 inches. I'm going to put it down here though to see. Okay, because you want to overlap it in the back. Make sure that you get that overlapped in the back. So I think, that's the wrong one. All right, it's about 4 inches with the ribbon. Okay, so you're going to cut 4 of these. And then once we do that, then we're going to glue these down. This kind of stuff always takes me just a little bit longer. At least my hands are not going numb this morning, so that's a nice plus. Okay, so we've got all of our ribbons cut. You're going to cut 4 at 4 inches. And then I'm just going to take my glue gun since I have it on. And I'm going to adjust my ribbon to where I want it. And then I'll add a tad bit of glue just to hold it in place. And then I'll come back around and glue the rest of it down. Okay, and again, for this part, if, you're a little worried about it not being straight, then, use the zip dry and you won't have any issues, because if it's not straight, you can just redo it. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit here. And I'm just kind of eyeballing this. I'm just kind of going, yeah, okay, that looks straight. So you can measure it, corner to corner to see if you have, you have it all in the right place. But I just eyeballed it. All right, so that one, and then we have our last one over here. I spoke too soon. Okay. All right, sorry, spoke too soon, guys. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to come back in and just glue these on. So just plop that over and then just glue it right onto the back of your frame. And this makes it so much easier if you lay it down first in the front and then wrap it around. It just makes it easier to glue down that way. At least it does for me anyways. So we're going to have that one. Okay, and then we just have these last couple right here. There we go. And then this is the last one. Oh. That's going to be a tight fit. That's all right. We're going to make it work. There we go. All right. So now our last little piece is on there. There. So now you have all your pretty ribbon. This one's a little crooked, I see. But, hey, that's what's good about homemade. You can make it crooked and it still looks cute. Okay, so to finish it, then the last thing that you're going to do, well, not the last, but second to the last, is we're going to take these 2 heart patches. Pull that off of there. Okay, and then again, you just want to add a little bit of glue. You see how I jump back from glue to glue, glue to glue? I jump back and forth. All right, so you're going to add that, and then you're going to add this other one down here at the bottom. And then you have this adorable frame. And then to finish it, what you want to do is you want to cut a piece of cardstock, some white cardstock, or if you want to add some pretty pattern paper to the back, that's fine too. But you're going to cut it. What did I do with my note? Okay, so this is going to be 8 1/4 by 6 1/4. Okay, so basically you're cutting it down about 3/4 of an inch all the way around. So you'll have your whole back will be covered. Okay, so you're just going to add that to your back. And then you're going to have this when it's all done and pretty. Well, you're not going to have Rich and I, but you will have this really pretty, cute frame. But see, that's what I did. Do make sure, though, when you are doing your back here, if you're going to use the peg that comes with the frame, then you want to make sure that you get that hole in there first into your cardstock. Don't try to glue it down and then find it, because you'll give yourself a nervous breakdown. So you just want to trust me, I speak from experience. Don't glue it down until you get the hole all done, and then you're good to go. If you don't want to do it to be a stand-up, if you want to do a hanger, then just add some ribbon to the top, and then you can hang it either way. So either way you decide to go, there you go. Is that not just adorable?
It is. Very cute.
I love it. It's just so cute. And I love how I added this blue ribbon to match the blue in this.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was looking at it and I was like, I want a little bit more contrast going on here instead of just red and white and pink. So yeah, that's why I added the little blue ribbons. But very pretty and quick and easy to do, guys. You're going to love it.
It's cute.
Right. Thank you very much. All right. So go ahead and talk amongst yourselves.
It's funny how Lisa says you guys won't have the picture of her and Rich. I can send you one. It'd be easy. There were a couple of questions during. Let me see. Dorothy, thank you for answering Lynn's question about the zip dry. And the black container she has is from the maker Misty. It is a glue, what is it called?
Press.
Glue press.
Yes.
And I'd give you a link, but they're all out on their site. I've tried several times in the last month or so. They're always out. So
yeah, if I am telling you guys, if you have issues with your hands, which as we all get older, we do, this thing it's amazing.
Or you get one of those little pots that I have, and the glue's in there, and just use your.
And you use, because you like to do it like that. Yeah. And what I like about this, because I wasn't sure I was going to be able to use my zip dry in this, because it does come with a different glue.
Mhm.
You know, it's got another glue bottle that it comes with, but it's the white glue, and I don't really use the white glue all that much.
No, you
You
don't.
know, this has been my go-to for 20 plus years. So, you know,
30.
I know, right? But
Been
you know,
forever.
but I have gone back and had projects from years and years and years ago, and they're still stuck together.
Oh yeah, zip
So
dry is
yeah,
it's
it's
amazing.
amazing for paperwork, paper
Um,
art.
Isabel said, good tip, cutting into the heart to make that nice, neat finish, which is
Mhm.
always, we do like things finished.
Yeah.
Dorothy loved the little red flower button and wanted to know if they come assorted. They do, Dorothy. They come in an assortment. Lisa can show you the package. And they come in the little tiny boxes she has, and then they come in like a pound package. Lots of and then like in some of the ones I have, they have glitter on them, so those are pretty. Yep.
Yeah, there's some in here, some tinier ones that have glitter on them, and they're really pretty. So yeah, there's a variety of different buttons in here. And
Okay, Lynn, you have the glue press. Yep, I'll put a link in for Zip Dry for you here, Lynn. One of our affiliate links. Zip Dry, I don't use it as much as I used to,
yeah,
but I used to use it all the time. It's a very good glue.
yeah.
And go ahead.
I
I'll
always used
I'll
I
grab that.
always used tape runners. You know, for when I first started crafting that, doing paper crafts, I used to use tape runners all the time. But I found, a lot of times my tape runners, I have a love-hate relationship with my tape runners, because for some reason
You
I
do.
do. I don't know anybody that has as much trouble with them as me. And then I get frustrated and then I don't want to deal with it because it's frustrated me. So, but um this stuff I have been using forever, and I will continue to use it as long as they continue to make it. It's the best paper glue I have ever used, and I have used a lot of different paper glues.
Right, and it's really good. And if you do anything with fabric, their fabric tack
Oh, yes.
amazing.
Yes.
Although you have to be careful how much you use because it also is stiff.
Yeah.
So if you use it sparingly, it has a little bit more give.
Mhm. Yeah. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Love my zip dry. I'll show you. Do I have it on my table here?
there, Lynn, I just
Oh,
put in
yeah.
our affiliate link for the zip dry. It is it is a really nice glue, but I use tape runners more, and I use white glue inside my little tiny pot because it doesn't dry out.
All right. I don't know what I did with it. I was going to try to find the glue that actually comes with it, because what is so cool about that glue, the littlest things make me happy. You know what I'm saying? But they have on the end of the glue that comes with this press, there's a jewel that sits on top of it. That is the top of it, right? I'll try to find it while when we do Anne's live. But if you'll notice here, this little
I'll make
thing
you.
that's poking out there, right there. What that does is when you take your glue top off to use the glue, you put it in the press, right? You're going to put it in this. Then you put the top and it sits right on this. It's nice and sturdy. So you're not losing the top of your glue, because I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me. So I do love that. It's just amazing because it just plops right there and it looks pretty. It just looks so pretty.
And it keeps it from drying out. So
Exactly.
I told you guys that I would share my project. This is what I did with
Yes.
the buttons,
I
because
love that.
our friend Jean Keevan is helping Gwen Studios with projects, and she asked us to do some. So that is
Mhm.
the project that I did. And of course, I foiled the sentiment down below,
Of course you did.
of course. Yeah.
I love it.
Got to
Love
add
it,
that.
love it. That was beautiful. See, now that is a nice contrast because mine is cute and yours is beautiful. So, you got both, right? I think that's pretty cool. So,
Yeah. And I did put the link in for the blog hop, so you can see both of these. And I think there's 4 or 5, maybe there's 4 other ones on there. There aren't a lot.
yeah,
But they do have pretty ribbons.
they do. They do. Which
And
I'm going to be using periodically.
sorry, my nose. Um, been seeing a lot of button art at Dollar Tree craft website.
Yeah.
Buttons,
Buttons are never going to go out of style.
they come in really big with projects and then they go out for a while and then
Yeah.
they come back. It's just it's
They're
kind of
all-
a process.
Yeah.
Everything comes back. Everything. That's
I
why
know. It does. It does. You are correct. All right. So that is it for me today, guys. What time is it? Oh, see, that was quick. And that was even after some talking, some chatting. So
It was.
yeah. So I hope you give it a try. I don't know if you mentioned where they can find Gwen Studios.
Walmart in person and Walmart.com and
Yes.
Michaels.com and I think HobbyLobby.com. I'm not sure if it's in Hobby Lobby at all, but it's on the websites. But Walmart carries a lot of it, and so does Michaels.
Yes.
You can make cute little family portraits with different size buttons. Yes, you can.
You can. That's what I say. Just let your mind just go. If I would have been, if this wasn't bothering me more, I would have done the other layer just to give it some more dimension because it really does look pretty when you add more.
Yeah.
But
it's still cute. It's
yes,
so cute.
well, thank you.
So I mean, and perfect for Valentine's Day. I mean, I don't know how many people decorate for it.
Yeah, I used to when my kids were little.
Yeah, I put like
a
candy dish out that is geared toward that and flowers and stuff. But yeah, not a super lot. But make sure you guys come back at 2:00. I am doing a live, and I'm in January. It always seems like organization time to me. I always think about reorganizing, cleaning things up. So I am actually working with real leather. And I'm going to show you how to make some tags that you can use to help you get organized. So
cute.
I did show you a sneak peek.
Yep. All right. So we will see you guys in just a little bit. Thank you so much for coming and spending this time with us. You know how much we love you guys. So thank you for that. And don't forget to like, comment, and share. Okay. Hashtag Bella Crafts. We will see you in a little over an hour.
Yep.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Oh, wait. Remember to take some time to craft.
Yes, because it's good for your soul.
Yeah. I've been off a few weeks.
I know, right? All right, you guys.